Hello everyone. Today we will be preparing for HBS 109 Introduction to Anatomy and Physiology, a course at Deakin University. This course requires a balance between memorizing anatomical structures and understanding complex physiological processes. Though this unit is content heavy, that is why you all are expected to stay on top of the weekly modules, and this is the critical factor of success. Now, talking about the exam of HBS 109, Anatomy and Physiology. This exam actually covers the integration of body systems. The main focus is on the integration of all the body systems. This is an MCQ exam which might come with a few short answer questions, and the weightage for this is 40 to 50% of the unit. Now, talking about the high yield topics. The first high yield topic is homeostasis. This actually covers the entire unit. Second high yield topic is nervous and endocrine system. You may definitely expect a lot of questions from this specific topic. Now, the third topic is cellular transport. This actually covers how the substances move, which includes the active and passive transport. The last topic, the last and the very main topic is the system integration. In this specific topic, you will generally read about how cardiovascular system affects the respiratory system to maintain the blood pH. These are the 4 high yield topics which are not to miss at all when you're preparing for this exam. Now, talking about the big picture, anatomy is actually the map and physiology is the function. So, you cannot just memorize the function without knowing the structures. In this specific exam of HBS 109, you won't be just asked to name a bone. You are likely to tell how a specific hormone affects the bone density. So these are the type of complex question that may arise. You actually cannot just expect, a very easy and basic questions like what is this particular bone known as, or what is the function of this specific structure, the body structure. So that is why you need to first know what anatomy is in order to learn about the physiology. The very important point in this exam, for the preparation of this exam, is to navigate through the diagrams. It is very important not just to read the functions to memorize them, but to draw it using using your colorful pens, using the canva, you can say, or just to memorize the diagrams. When you'll be able to memorize through diagrams, definitely you'll be able to perform your best ace in the exam. Now, talking about the third strategy, that is using Deakin specific resources. The first resource in this is the unit guide. Believe me, this is the Bible for your exam preparation. You need to cover up the learning outcomes. Once you've read the learning outcomes, then you can go ahead with the preparation using the unit guide. The second specific resource is the Cloud Deakin H5P activities. These are self-interactive, self-check quizzes that you need to attempt in order to see where you actually stand. And let me tell you one thing, these often mimic the exam questions. Now, talking about the third resource is peer-assisted study sessions. I'm sure there must be your seniors who have completed this course of HBS 109 successfully. You can definitely take their help, get to know the resources from them, how did they prepare, what was their strategy, and then you'll be able to prepare for this exam better. Now, talking about the fourth source, that is practice lab manual. When you practice something practically, when you are doing something practically, there are far more chances to remember those specific things while you are attending an exam. So students often report that the exam questions which come specifically in reference to the practical work they have attempted, during that 4 to 5 practical sessions that they get in a course to complete, for example, brain dissection or maybe respiratory tests. So students report that they perform better in those questions because they remember what they did practically. Now, talking about the fourth strategy, that is the concept map strategy. you definitely need to, use mind maps to start linking the body parts to connect the topics basically. For example, you can definitely link the urinary system, like the fluid balances, to the cardiovascular system in order to get the blood pressure. So you need to create the mind maps to just connect the topics. This would definitely help you in concept mapping. Let me give you a pro tip here. So if you are able to explain a physiological process, any physiological process, let's say urinary tract, if you're able to explain a physiological process to a non-medical student, then believe me, you've won. You definitely remember the process, and you can, and if in case you're not able to recall the exact terminology, then you have got a feedback that you need to go back and be prepared for this specific topic. So definitely this is a pro tip to be followed. Now talking about the last and the fifth strategy, that is the final week checklist. You need to know what topics you have covered and what topics you do not remember. First point. Second point, on what topics did you go wrong and where did you go wrong? Next, the third point is draw everything. Start. Can you draw a nephron? Can you draw the layers of the skin and label them correctly? Question myself. And if yes, then please go ahead and draw. This will definitely help you in preparing for your exam. Now, practice. The most important tip here is practice under the timed conditions. The exam is always running on time. You get a specific time for each question, maybe a specific time for each question, or the entire, obviously the entire exam is going to be time specific. So you need to practice. That is why the H5P activities I told in these resources, you need to do that self-check quizzes in order to see where you stand. Are you able to attempt the quiz questions within the timed conditions? Are you able to complete the quiz? Are you able to, gather all the things that you have memorized? Are you able to attempt those questions? So you need to see and practice under the timed conditions. So this is all. These are the 5 strategies that you can use in order to prepare for this exam of HBS 109, the anatomy and physiology. There are a lot of technical terms, directional terms, that we could talk about, but here we were specifically talking about the preparation of exam. So all the best.